I'm Clifford II, and welcome to another episode of Impacting Lives That Impact the World. Hey, welcome to the show. Listen, I am excited today because I have a young lady here who, let me let all you 40 and over people know that when you die later on in life or when you retire in 20 years, you can feel nice and secure that we're going to be able to leave this planet to someone like Jay-Sheree Allen. Jay-Sheree Allen is a young lady who I met at her conference, and I was highly impressed with how her and her organization put this conference together. So I'm just so happy to have her here on the show. If you want to know people who are impacting other people's lives, this young lady is doing it. Hi, Jay-Sheree, welcome.
Hello, Mr. Marshall. Thanks for having me.
So I had to have you on the show. Okay. So my first question to you is, one, you're very young. How old are you? You mind me asking?
I am 22 years old.
22 years of age. And you started this organization at what age?
When I was 17 is when the idea first came about, when we first started moving towards the organization as it is now.
So 5 years.
Yes.
Now, what makes a 17-year-old want to go out there and empower women? First, let's tell the audience, what does WEST stand for?
So WEST, Women of Excellence, Strength, and Tenacity. So that's the acronym, but we just go by WEST. And so the mission, though, of our organization directly reads to empower young women to develop their strengths and leadership abilities, live up to their highest potential, and motivate each other to become more influential voices in the world.
Wow.
So that's WEST.
So now, what makes a 17-year-old interested in empowering women?
Oh, gosh. Well, I think it really was a combination of the experiences I've had growing up. So I'm not from here. I was actually born and raised in Jamaica, and I moved here when I was 11 years old. And so just growing up with my mother and my grandmother, I found that in our culture, some things were just unspoken. They were like unwritten rules that you were just supposed to know. And some of us just don't know them. And then at 17, I was in college. I was a freshman at NYU. And I just saw the atmosphere there was just extremely competitive among the young women. And I'm like, if we just opened up and started speaking with each other, just helping each other out, it would make such a big difference. That's what I wanted to start with WEST, to create that atmosphere, to create that space where women can just open up and share with each other. I believe information and exposure is just the key to life.
As a freshman, you started seeing women not communicating.
Yes.
You wanted them to communicate.
Yes.
So when did the empowerment part?
The empowerment came in 2 years ago when we decided, you know what, we're going to branch out and we're going to do this and we're going to do this the right way. So I got a great team of women together. We went to a few conferences that had workshops on how to start your own business and that sort of thing, and got our resources together. And we were like, you know, what worked in a school club isn't going to work for a young professional organization. And so that's when the empowerment came in. We sought out mentors, women who were extremely successful who came to speak to us.
At the conference, you honored one of your mentors who actually invited me down to be a part of your conference. That's Reverend Malika Whitney. And you know, she's a fantastic individual. And she said, Cliff, you need to come down and be a part of this. How did you get in contact with her?
I got it, so we call her Rev, out of love, we call her Rev. I got in contact with her because I saw her, you know, she runs Pickney Productions. And so I saw her performing and I thought she was just so incredible. I loved the confidence she had on stage. I loved that she shared the stage with other people. Ever since that moment, we have been in touch. She is a member of WEST. She's actually going to sit on our board of directors for the 2011 to 2013 season. And she has been such a guiding light for us.
You had some incredible people there.
Yes.
And I think some of the people who were on the panel are actually a part of your board, right?
Yes.
So just give us a few names of the people that's a part of your team and a part of your board.
So some members who have committed to joining our board of directors, they're not on that page, but they're Karen Witherspoon, who is one of the vice presidents for urban and government affairs at City College. Wendy Thornton, who you know is also from City College. Reverend Malika Whitney is committed to the board. Tammy Butler, who's an educator. Miss Rudine Wright, who's also an educator. I have have Miss Yolanda Fordham from the NYU Steinhardt program. So we've really assembled a great team of community leaders with various skills to help us get the organization to the next level.
Why don't you name some of the people on your team?
Yes, excellent women on my team. You're only as good as your team, by the way. And so, excellent women on my team. I have Aura Vice President Ms. Kimberly Pierce-Saint, Catherine Charles, who's a City College student. She's graduating this year as well. Ida Diallo, also graduating. Miss Miriam Aleem, Ezra, they're both pursuing their masters at City College. We have Diane Johnson. She holds a degree in architecture from the University of the West Indies in Jamaica. We have Miss Angelique Tyree, who's pursuing her master's at Columbia. Rebecca Mishka, you get in trouble when you start calling names because they're going to see this interview. But Monique, so many fabulous people. We have Carolyn from Medgar Evers. And so just we're generally in the age range of young professional women, young undergrad, graduate, and professional. But then we have our elder in residence, Rev, and Tammy, who is working with us as well.